Throne of Eldraine is one of the most popular sets of Magic the Gathering ever. It was released in October 2019, 5 years ago, and it was the 82nd Magic expansion. It was incredibly well received because it had a really Magic kind of vibe. It was a top-down set based on Arthurian legends, with knights and castles and whatnot, with Grimm's fairy tales that were represented by the creatures of the wilds mainly. And today we have this very nice pre-release pack that I had to jump through hoops in order to get, because they are out of print already. And as you can see, there's a lot of really nice details here. So let's go ahead and open it. Let's see what's inside. So we have a life counter with Throne of Eldraine symbol over here. We have, let's open it straight away then. Outlaw's Merriment. This is a pre-release card. It is foil, and that is why it is very much tilted. You can see that they used stamps with the date 28th, 29th September. Outlaw's Merriment. It is an enchantment. At the beginning of your upkeep, choose one at random. Create a red and white creature token with those characteristics. 3/1 Human Warrior with Trample and Haste. 2/1 Human Cleric with Lifelink and Haste. 1/2 Human Rogue with Haste, and when this creature enters the battlefield, it deals 1 damage to any target. Really cool card. I'm gonna put it aside. As always, we get an arena card with the code. An insert, how to build the pre-release deck. We have seen these inserts before, and there is some sort of the plot for this particular set. So long story short, the High King, Kenrith, has disappeared and his kids are trying to rescue him. And in the end, they succeed, but become planeswalkers in the process. And that is pretty much the gist of it. So there is a separator, very nice looking separator. And guess what? 6 draft boosters. These are the draft boosters, my friends. For those of you young enough not to remember what the draft booster is, it is a 15 card booster with 10 commons, 3 uncommons, 1 rare or mythic rare. And there are some foil cards here. They explain us what it is. These are kind of the older boosters. They are draft boosters and not normal boosters, because starting from Throne of Eldraine, there were collector boosters introduced. And starting from October 2019, 2 kinds of boosters were present: draft boosters and collector boosters. Set boosters, ironically, were introduced a year later with Battle for Zendikar, if I remember correctly. But anyways, let's go ahead and open the boosters. As you can see, they have different art over here, and this is the Rowan, the girl, King's daughter. Let's go ahead and open them. We're gonna go through them a bit faster than usual. Prophet of the Peak, 5/5 creature. Mystic Sanctuary, a fancy island. There is a cycle of lands in this set that look like that. And we immediately arrive to the novelty of this set, Adventures. We have a bunch of cards in this set that start with an instant, which can become a creature later on. So the way it works is really like that. We have this instant. Target creature gets +2/+2 until end of turn. Then we exile this card. We put it aside, and then we can play exiled cards as normal cards. You may cast the creature later from exile. So you play this Shield's Might first, you exile the card, and then you can play the Garenbrick Carver later on when you need it. Or you can play Garenbrick Carver immediately if you have to have a body on the battlefield. That is how it works. Eye Collector, Fairy, 1/1. Barge In, an instant. Shining Armor, artifact equipment. Fierce Witchstalker, really scary looking wolf. Runaway Together. We have seen this card recently, namely in Foundations, and I mentioned there that was from Throne of Eldraine. Lost Legion, Spirit Knight, 2/3. Redcap Raiders, Goblin Warriors. Red Cap melee. So the goblins are called Red Cap because they wear, as you can see, red caps, but they are basically goblins. This is an instance, uncommon instance, 4 damage. Mystical Dispute, really beautiful art. I really enjoy the art of this set. It is a counter spell of some sort with the conditions. And Arcanist Owl, a creature with hybrid mana. This set was all about using the mana of the same color. We will see it probably a bit later with other cards, but it allowed you to build multicolor decks, but it was really encouraging you to use one color of mana when you cast things. So Arcanist Owl is an uncommon, and we got the Charming Prince. Creature, human noble, 2/2. When Charming Prince enters the battlefield, choose 1, scry 2. You gain 3 life, exile another target creature you own. Return it to the battlefield under your control at the beginning of the next end step. Very versatile Charming Prince. A forest. A really beautiful forest. I really enjoy lands from this set. And a wolf token with some sort of promo card here. Booster number 2. We start with Jousting Dummy. Thrill of Possibility. We have seen this card before. I was just not sure it was from Throne of Eldraine, but it was also present in Foundations. Rowing Keep. That is a creature wall. You can see this is a keep really that walks around defender. Wildwood Tracker. Silver Flame Ritual. Marleaf Rider. Queen of Ice, another adventure card. Can go on adventure. This creature can go on adventure. Reef Soul, typical black. Crystal Sleeper, so this is the fairy tales kind of motive. Every single card is either from fairy tales or Arthurian legends. It's tied to some sort of trope or whatever. So Crystal Sleeper, very recognizable. Ardent Whale Paladin, Human Knight with Adamant. So yeah, this is what I was talking about. There is a mechanic called Adamant, and it encourages you to spend mana of one color. So in this case, if at least 3 white mana was spent to cast the spell, you could spend just 1. But if you spent 3 whites, this card enters the battlefield with +1/+1 counter on it. That is very neat. Burning Yard Trainer, the uncommon. Lucky Clover, the artifacts, very nice. Shine Chaser, creature fairy with flying and vigilance. Yeah, it wants you to control artifacts and or enchantments. And Doom Foretold, black and white card. It is an enchantment. At the beginning of each player's upkeep, that player sacrifices a non-land, non-token permanent. If the player can't, they discard a card, they lose 2 life. You draw a card, you gain 2 life, you create a 2/2 white knight creature token with vigilance, then you sacrifice Doom Foretold. Wow, this is a lot of nasty things. A swamp, really beautiful swamp. This is one of the most beautiful swamps I have ever seen. Really beautiful lands in this set. And we got an Arena ad card. Booster number 3. Booster number 3 starts with Idyllic Grange. This is Fancy Plains. Opt. Forever Young. Knights of the Keep. Sporecap Spider. Ventress Paladin with Adamant. So if you spend 3 blue mana, they get +1/+1 counter. They become a bit stronger. Malevolent Noble. Raging Redcap. Outflank. Fell the Pheasant. Once and Future, an instance, uncommon instant with Adamant. Shepherd of the Flock, the adventure card. Ferocity of the Wilds, an enchantment. And finally, a rare Witch's Vengeance, sorcery. Creatures of the creature type of your choice get -3/-3 until end of turn. That is neat. Beautiful plains. And a human cleric with lifelink and haste. We move forward to booster number 4. We got Prophet of the Peak. Blood Haze Wolverine. Really scary looking. Dwarven Mine. Fancy Lands. Memory Thefts. Charmed Sleep Enchantment Aura. Foreboding Fruits. Ogre Errant. Fairy Guide Mother. Classic. Garenbrick Squire. Wishful Merfolk. Really beautiful card. Very, very, very beautiful. Revenge of Ravens. Ooh, that is a bit scary. Rampant Smasher. Mysterious Pathlighter. And an Orthsworn Knight, a black card. Human Knights with 0/0, which is funny. This card enters the battlefield with 4+1/+1 counters on it. It attacks each combat if able. If damage would be dealt to this card while it has +1/+1 counter on it, prevent the damage and remove +1/+1 counter from it. You can fight 4 times with this card. Beautiful mountain. And a food token. Booster number 5. Hengewalker Golem with Adamant. So in this case it should be 3 mana of the same color. Moonlit Scavengers, Merfolk Rogue, for those of you who like Merfolks. Silverflame Squire with Adventure. Blow Your House Down. Wicked Guardian. 7 Dwarfs. Okay, this card is cool because 7 Dwarfs get +1/+1 for each other creature named 7 Dwarfs you control. A deck can have up to 7 cards named 7 Dwarfs. So you can have 7 of them in your deck. Flutter Fox. Really nice looking fox. Outmuscle. So somebody is outmuscling a bear. Adamant card. So Tiny. Aura. Locthwain Paladin. So this is a black paladin. There is a cycle of paladins. Turn into a pumpkin. Something is turning into a pumpkin with adamants. Kenrith Transformation. This card is from MTG Story, so this is important for the story of the set. And spoiler alert, the King Kenrith was transformed into an animal before he was transformed back. A really beautiful card. Merleaf Pixie, a really funny looking pixie. And Dance of the Mans. So you can see the Mans dancing. Return up to X target artifacts and or non-aura enchantment cards, each with converted mana cost X or less, from your graveyard to the battlefield. If X is 6 or more, those permanents are 4/4 creatures in addition to their other types. Very potent card. Very beautiful islands. And another add card. Booster number 6. We start with another fancy land, Mystic Sanctuary. Locthwain Gargoyle. Wildwood Tracker. Weaselback Ratcap. True Love Skis. Yeah, we have seen it before somewhere. Sporecap Spider. Stalegaze Griffin. Lash of Thorns. Embereth Paladin, a 3rd Paladin, the red one. Inquisitive Puppet. Yeah. Wasn't there a fairy tale about an inquisitive puppet? I'm pretty sure there was. Spinning Wheel, classic trope from any fairy tale, European fairy tale. And Wendermane, a horse. Very nice. And the rare of this booster is Gadwig the Wizened. Legendary creature, human wizard, 3/3. When Gadwig the Wizened enters the battlefield, draw X cards. Whenever you cast a blue spell, tap target non-land permanent an opponent controls. Alright. Very beautiful swamp. And the foil Locthwain Gargoyle. The 2nd in the same booster, but foil. Very nice. And a food token. Let's take a look what we've got. We've got exactly 6 rares and 1 mythic rare as a promo card. Don't think this is particularly good, but the cards are very, very flavorful, and that is why this set was so popular. people were going nuts, and it is diabolically hard to find anything from this set, probably apart from Brawl decks, today, 5 years later. This set also introduced collector boosters. Collector boosters had higher possibility of booster fund cards. We have not opened any single booster fund card during this video. Maybe we will get more lucky next time because I have 2 pre-release decks. But yeah, that is pretty much it. Very, very cool set. I am pretty confident I have collected almost the whole sets of the normal cards, all the 269 of them. But there were also cards only available in Brawl decks, in Planeswalker decks, because there were 2 Planeswalker decks here too. It was a whole zoo of different products for this set. And lead designer was Mark Rosewater, who tried to make this set for 10 years. Anyways, guys, let me know in the comment section below what do you think of this set. Have you played it? Did you like it? As always, consider liking and subscribing to the channel to keep in the loop when I open next Magic the Gathering thing. And I will see you guys in the next video. Max is out. Take care. Bye.